You're far too nice, cat. Far too nice. Hello, everyone. I'm King Mob, and here I am on stream 3 for Disco Elysium. So yeah, in related news, the financial backers of the company that made this game went and removed the actual creators of the game after announcing a sequel, which that move is probably the best sequel this game could ever have. So, anyways, let's get rolling. Picture my gains down. It's been a week, very stressful week at work. I have to say, after years and years of using Microsoft SQL, and even using some ancient PL4 versions of SQL, Oracle's about my least favorite thing in the world right now. But that's okay. That's alright. We're gonna get rolling here. We're gonna get in far in this as we can. Because as I said, it's been a long week, so I don't know how long I'll be streaming for. Hey, Equus. How are you doing? Hope that my share might help you get some more work. Friend Equus Stenchman, I'm pretty sure that's your name on Twitch. Sorry, on Twitter. Incredibly talented freelance artist, specializing in designs and illustrations. So if you have any sort of projects out there you're working on, his work is exquisite and beyond anything else I've seen. So anyways, let's get rolling here. Let me kill this little epic box that's floating here. And back at it. Let's go investigate that shop we saw. The game mistakenly thinks we're still in. Still can't go that way. Can I get this bucket, please? Kinda want that bucket. We talked with the racist last session. Over here. Definitely have to say it's God, this piece of trash. Huh. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Working stiffs here. Fucking home. Aha, welcome to Revachol. Take that magnesium. We're gonna need that. Down and to the left. Thank you very much, Equus Stenchman. I don't really want to say your whole name. Classic craft property macaroni stamped with humanitarian aid. Did that go too far? Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, this is back where I was. Anyways, I hope everybody else has had right across the world's door. Hope everybody has had a good week. Everybody stayed relatively healthy. What is this? Out here collecting trash. Right across from the Whirling's door. Not this one, is it? No. Yeah, I have completely forgot where I'm supposed to be going next. And right now the game's semi-bugged.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons. East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
East Delta.
Silence. No one answers your call. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you.
Everyone's been burned off.
All you hear is static, but no one answers the call.
That must be the boxing gym. Here's the Whirling's door. Past the mailbox. Far. Down and left. Pretty sure that's the mailbox right there. Oh, hey, no, I gotta go and... That's what I remember. I gotta go back into the bookshop. Yeah, my bad. Yeah. Totally forgot I had to go there. Smells like leather and sweat. That's a boxing gym for you. One out wall bar. You look unsafe. Always blocked by old window panes. Is that all I can do right now? Came into that door to the south there. There's something I'm missing in here. There's got to be something I'm missing. No, that's it. Oh. Talk to him real quick.
It's dark.
Lieutenant Stacy.
And the flashlight works a lot better if you hold it in your hand.
Fair point. Yes, totally obvious.
Right. Now let's...
Some areas are inaccessible without your flashlight.
That's interesting. Thanks for the reminder. Demijohn full of strange felt and hysterical. The dark, stuffed and mounted. I'd like to get one of those for whirling. Airship rotors covered in spider webs. They remind you of blades. Naked mannequin torso. With strange yellow color. Blue velvet, soft to the touch. Moth bit. Change. Excuse me. Oh, mask is itchy. See what we find here. Probably more change. No. Direction schedule. Filament. What? Steel rotor blades bearing slip screen low. Cube-like crisscross of filaments feels oddly fragile in your hand. Its inner structure covered in dust. Silver tape in the side reads production schedule. Note: filament contains information to be read using a radio computer. Oh. Guess we're gonna find out what a radio computer is. Where are the clothes it used to display?
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Inspect the drawing.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. You should adopt one of those welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a welkin. One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however. It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Tworg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin, green welkin, dread welkin, and the high welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures.
Why would anyone spend so much time
Some
on
people
this?
really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game.
Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
One of them's a welcome.
Mm-hmm. Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
How is it?
Just look at those details. So much effort.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow.
No frames.
Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
Like game development notes for sure. Expect the schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money.
My life.
It looks a bit like an academic calendar. only much more brutal.
And that's game development for you.
Mini-Me stands for a mini meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed.
RUN, much like Agile or Scrum. Probably more referencing Scrum.
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
Lieutenant looks at the frigid ice field.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Well, we have that.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: Call in, Tune out, Wirral Untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe. The full text reads, "Heat Death of the Universe is the new black." Another note says, "The biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s.
Yes, it seems to be a role-playing game, a video game. A radio computer game, rather. Check, I think.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
He sounds surprised and a bit cautious.
What he means is that these things cost money. Why would anyone just leave it behind? This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer. The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Yep. Look inside the compartment. Okay, I need to go. One moment, my friends. I need to go put a bullet in my Discord. It's gonna keep making noises. Inside the
It's
compartment.
empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
Insert the production schedule.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Press play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver.
I allow you BS in this game regarding computers. Typically, you don't have to go normal. Interesting. Whew. Running on fumes here, but I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna see who's blowing me up. My brother. Informing me the size of his zucchinis.
The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
Why did you call me Fortress?
Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Oh. It connects to a mainframe via the radio, probably at like 150 baud. Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment.
You hear her flip through a catalog before she reads out with studious care.
Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
Interactive call-in radio game. My goodness.
That's not bad.
And what's that? This interactive call-in radio game.
Any other questions?
Grounds her response. What is the production?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
All right, thanks to me.
That was a question. Have you inserted it into the core?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Password? Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
All right. I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way.
Fortress Accident.
Oh, sorry.
Is there anything else I can do for you today?
That's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
The old lady's voice disappeared along with the step.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering,
Let's
casting
press.
the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Let's try print.
Nothing happens.
Okay. Let's leave for now. As they say, passwords turn up.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic.
Hold on, how do I know what Cadrian mosaic tiles are supposed to look like?
History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
What am I looking?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
Radio frequencies.
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
We're dealing with something medical here? No, this is not a piece of art.
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled The Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap.
Wait, who's the game master?
Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people.
Authority. Wow.
A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency.
If it's a game, then who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like.
Yeah, it's not digital at all. Huh.
A list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. Muindi, Insulinda, Kotla, Grad, Samara, and even Ilmara. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My God, it's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Why do you say that?
The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
He nods at the counter, wiping his marker-stained fingers clean. What else? Squinting.
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Having fun. Developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe. Yes, you are.
Okay, what do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Is this a failed business? The only question is, what in the hell were they making?
Yes, that is the question.
I'm trying to take a step back, steepling.
Like he's ready to lay out a fine theory, crafted together like a puzzle box.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games, only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
How are they planning on doing that?
Through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
Coordinating so many games would take a whole switchboard of people, possibly divided into sub-frequencies.
Anyone done this before?
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry.
Not in Revachol West, among the ruins.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an inter-isolary game before. We just don't have the technology. Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with hit death thrown in.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished.
What do you think happened to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Wow.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but...
I was saying they thought they could do this.
Yes, especially in here.
That looks around the careless room. Pipes hollow and a rat across the floor. Hey there, Mr. Chuck. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, let's keep moving.
More to be said here. It really is. I'm dealing with that goes up. That kind of goes up. I'm gonna go check that. It looks like a closet over here. Thought it might have led to another room, but it does lead to another room. That's not what I wanted to do.
Your flashlight slides over and some of the writing has faded.
I mean, it's got pretty heavy trappings for it just to be a metaphorical cover thing. Let's see what else we find. It's using a puddle of melting snow. What? Those are fresh. The Delta 51. Take all. Those are fresh. It wouldn't be melting snow on the boots. Yeah, they've been here for years. Sunlight has made this postcard almost completely sepia tone. Midtime traffic passes. Overhead, the ghosts of skyscrapers disappear into a beige midday mist, vapor rising from the delta where the district was built. This postcard is prepaid.
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. This must be where the entity lives.
Yeah. They came in here. Knock on it.
What an odd thing to do. Nothing happens.
Knock on it harder.
Still nothing. No one's home.
Knock even harder.
Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy. If this is really an entrance to the chimney, then there must be a furnace somewhere as well. Maybe there's another way to get in.
Ow. Heal my hand.
Can you please try to refrain from attacking random things?
I can try. We'll gently introduce them.
Thanks. In any case, there's no way we can get in right now. Let's investigate further.
Okay, we'll head downstairs then. They pulled the shutter down. I'm really surprised that there's essentially loot in this game. Polar bear fridge?
You
Eyes are
see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red.
glowing. Let's get a safe.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment.
What is this
The
thing?
lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door.
Crack open the door.
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grunt. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Relax, Kim, it's a fridge.
Of course, just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge.
He relaxes his hand. Face bathes in the harsh light of the open fridge door.
Let's take a look inside.
The refrigerator.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Take the note from the door.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Damage one of their ice cream wrappers.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
What is a giant bear fridge doing in a down cellar in the first place?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
This one's the one wrap. It says, you try to sell ice cream from the hyper carnivore?
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
Lieutenant points to the red snaky cable running from the fridge.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Close the door. Ice cream maker. Frosted and unplugged. Classic has a strange shadow. A hidden doorway. Two rescue rifles are hidden by the piping. Looking up.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Where are we? Look around the secret.
Seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Looks like there's a hole in the wall shining light on the hidden compartment.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Okay, I do.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Back the right.
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others.
This one looks nice.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
An old Bell McGray from Revolution. Lieutenant notes with approval. His eyes are clean. Seems to be no longer functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way. What does this mean, a rifle here?
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
Okay.
Yes?
One has stuck some busted guns beneath the Guns are all busted. It's like frozen ice cream maker is still running. Huh. That's good. Use all that. Nose of that. Money.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby. An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now.
Fridge is empty anyways. Don't waste energy. Intercom running, wires running to the breaker box. Okay. What is that? Insane mesh tank top. Alright. That's fine. I'm not gonna wear a tie with a mesh top. That's truly insane. Cellar window. People's feet shuffling by. Man, that looked like death warmed over. Wow. All collapsed. It's inaccessible now. Let's check the furnace here.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Kim, what is this thing? The furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney.
Opens the door and gingerly peeks inside.
No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Look inside the furnace.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs. The echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them.
What are you doing?
Not sure. I think I hear someone talking upstairs.
Wait, really? Maybe it's coming from behind those safety curtains we saw upstairs.
Yeah, that's why I bashed my hands with. Voice sector. No. Just because there's an option doesn't mean I should do it. Quickly learning that. Alright. I'll be back soon, Mr. Eccles. Probably get some dinner. Oh. I led back out.
An old call box with East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
Fortress accident.
Silence. No one's home at Fortress accident.
Grab a shawl.
Silence. No one answers the doorbell.
24-hour week.
You ring the doorbell. Try again. You didn't press it hard enough.
Press it again.
Thank you for calling the 24-hour window company. This is an automated message. Are you experiencing a window-related emergency? During non-business hours, please call 00725 477 651. The streets are mean, but we're always there for you.
That's only half true. The streets are mean, but they're not there for you.
No emergencies, thank you.
12 name cards on the call box read.
I want to ruin Homeboy's ice cream. I also don't want to surprise him.
As before, this is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here.
How can I... There remains the 24-hour window repair shop. Gotcha. By elimination, that would leave us. Loving those radio noises. Let's get out of here.
An old call box. East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
That's the hair one.
Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell. You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver but isn't saying anything. You can almost hear them breathe.
Hello, is anyone there?
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric.
This woman's voice crackling and fragile to the static.
Have you come to place an order?
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly.
Nope.
Wait, but what happened to Slipstream SCA? There's no Tricentennial Electrics on the list.
Went inside the building. I didn't see anyone from Tricentennial Electrics. This place is deserted.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
Sorry?
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice.
She must be mistaking you for someone else. Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it.
Sinister. Yeah, it's me. I'm here again. Falling back into your life.
Michelle, just please.
She stops. You can hear her breathe heavily, her breath distorted by ancient static.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
It sounds like she's shaking. Of course I care. It's just I've been going through some tough time.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice.
No, it's not.
It's so nice to be able to finally forget.
Forget about what?
She sounds like she's about to cry.
Oh God, please don't cry.
She doesn't answer.
You said it was nice. What's so nice about forgetting?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
What just happened?
Another seagull passes by.
I don't know what happened either. We should probably stop playing with this thing.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read. Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. Stronger, healthier, and, alright, maybe not healthier, but it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your corner.
Call her again.
There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell, waiting for her to answer the call. It's cold outside, and you can hear the wind blowing into the speaker. There's the static again, whispering like a seashell pressed against the air.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
Hi, it's me again. I want to talk to you.
My God.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
Please don't hang up. I just want to explain myself.
It's you.
Before you can finish your sentence, the voice continues speaking.
My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
Wait, is she...
Wait.
Michelle, just please.
I'm exactly the same.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months.
Is this some kind of joke?
Stop it already. Stop repeating your words.
The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone again, crackling and echoing in the box.
Is it over? Can we talk now?
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean. It's so nice to be able to finally forget about you.
And then it hits you.
You're recording.
She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played off a wax cylinder.
Why does it still feel like it's my fault?
Her sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. This is where you hung up the call the last time, but the recording is still going.
Keep listening.
A phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around the sounds.
Is anyone there?
No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female voice speaks out, completely different from the one before. Glorious and total somehow, crawling inside your head. Her words are too cold to comprehend. She smells of sodium lights and rain streaks on car windows. Eyes like pilot lights watch your shape in dark hallways, guttering.
Shivers.
So,
It cuts in, inspecting the undercom.
it was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve.
Wait, recording trapped in the circuitry?
I don't have time to explain it to you right now. Maybe sometime later.
Something weird has happened to me.
Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something weird is almost always happening to you.
Fair.
That is true. This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
The building's trash. Why would they put a new button on it?
You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence. No one answers the call.
Orlando.
You ring the doorbell. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair.
Ah, okay.
An off-key melody starts playing after you.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
She thinks you're the gremlin child. What would he say to this?
What's nonsense? It's me. I'm investigating the Doom commercial area. It's like we discussed.
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I am sorry. Let's check that out. Yeah, looks good. We're at 4:35.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead.
Now investigated all. Now done all the calls.
see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Reconstruct the move. Fail.
The tire tracks
Wow.
were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message written in the language of burnt rubber.
Wow.
Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there and then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager.
What happened next?
The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building. Before heading south, must have been in a hurry.
Car drove to the fence.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage-friendly city.
Okay.
I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate.
You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went, if you find the time.
You got it. That's crazy. Never checked that. Ah. Well, they could have taken this. There's Dahlia. But investigate a little bit south. It's humanitarian aid tunic, not great.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Save the economy? That sounds off.
Say the economy. What are you talking about?
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
The Ling is awesome. Doesn't make any sense. Why exactly the economy needs saving?
Look around, officer. You see all these premium goods just sitting there, not getting bought. We've got to keep the flow of goods moving.
Yeah, supply
Is
side.
this really the economy we want to leave to our children?
Economy is really distracting. Look, man, I just want to buy some clothes.
That's good, officer. That's exactly what the economy wants you to do.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places. The box smells like cat piss or like an old person with no money.
Economical, but also trendy. Look firsthand, buy secondhand. Keep the economy moving.
Buy something worth salvaging.
No good. All you can come up with are some treated wool pants. You can tell they're too tight around your thighs and too loose around the waist.
Cargo.
No luck? Why not take another look, officer? Keep supporting the economy.
I will not.
You keep coming back.
Let's talk to you.
You see two lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra series.
I can see you've a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Check the speak.
These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable found ultras atop them. A small heat emboss on the veneer reads, Solidarity Aid from the People's Republic of Samara. The speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
What about the speakers, though? Does anyone want those speakers?
These, officer? These speakers are Samaran garbage. I'm ashamed to even use them for props. Don't waste your time on them.
Samaran trash. That sounds like they're from the Samaran People's Republic, produced under the dictatorship of the proletariat.
Can I just buy the Sad Conqueror Samurai
No
speakers?
way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk.
That's why I want them. I think I might be some lo-fi socialist junk myself.
No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale.
You know what? You don't know what I am. I don't even know it myself. I want the speakers.
Well, if you want them... But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, if, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could...
Damn, so you have to buy the sneakers first.
Of course.
A pair of Faun Ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest Faun sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
Only? That's madness. Faun Ultra. We're the future. You remember the slogan from some magazine?
Ultra. They're ultras. Ultras might be a reference to the soccer, football teams in, well, around the world except for in Canada and the United States. The fans who are super fans of the group are known as ultras. And the ultras are known for fighting with each other in the streets. Also known for being associated with right-wing and racist actions, violence. And in fact, the Ukrainian Azov division grew up out of a bunch of soccer hooligan ultras. Hence the right-wing tilt. Of course, it's a little more complicated than that, like everything in life, but that's about the shape of it. We talked.
Mazovian Socioeconomics. 0.000% of communism has been built. Evil child-murdering billionaires still rule the world with a shit-eating grin. All he has managed to do is make himself sad. He is starting to suspect Krasmezov fucked him over, personally, with his socio-economic theory. It has, however, made him into a very smart boy with something like a university degree in truth. Instead of building communism, he now builds a precise model of this grotesque, duplicitous world.
Visual calculus. Reaction everywhere. Left wing tag live option gives you 4 XP. That's gonna be easy. -1 authority. Round trotted Inva communist. Ooh, that's connected to my brain. Delicious. Hey. Get back to it. Talk to you
You
about
see
use.
a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool. The customers are cool. The place is cool. And one more thing, officer. You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang.
You feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout brewing.
Whip 'em out.
Don't shoot, officer. Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown?
This shit.
Good one, officer. You're a funny guy. Now, what can I do for you?
He nods to his shabby wares. Just kidding. I'm just here to ask, shake you down for some answers to official police questions.
Then fire away, officer.
Thought gain. Bigger pistols, 9 millimeter. Food packages. Where are you from, silly?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
Uh-huh.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola.
Where's the apricot scissors?
Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Sorry, didn't mean to say that. I meant to say you're from Seaguy.
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwined histories. It's super nice of you to apologize for colonialism, but the Apricot Suzerainty is a shithole. That's why I left.
All right, isn't it only a shithole because of Revachol?
If you say so, officer. I don't worry too much about politics. I'm an entrepreneur, you know. Whatever's good for business is good for me.
Food packages are selling here at humanitarian aid. How come?
You mean these delicious pre-packaged shelf-stable meal kits? Really easy to cook, no hassle, really cheap too. Buy some, try them out.
No hassle. There's a little of a hassle here, it appears. A moral hassle.
Don't play games with me, Hawker. What's going on?
No problem here, officer. I get all this from one of my suppliers, an extremely reputable guy.
Wait. Humanex. Humanitarian aid.
Did your supplier drive that Humanex lorry over there? Point lorry with a big Humanex sign on it.
What?
Vendor looks over his left shoulder and stares at the lorry as if he'd never seen a lorry in his
A
entire life.
convincing performance. Bravo.
Look, officer, I'm just a retailer. You'd have to talk to my supplier if you got questions about the supply chain. That's how the game works.
Interesting.
That stuff he's selling.
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom.
Where did you get those company things?
I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, wholesalers, all extremely cool and above board.
Uh-huh. That's all that is.
Anything for you.
Look around, thanks.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box.
Oh yeah.
A variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
How much is the box?
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils. A UV magnifier.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool, UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
Let's try again. We can find something.
No luck. All you find is this lime-colored cellophane visor, produced by a bargain sportswear brand called Amphibian, apparently. There's a malformed green frog.
Oh, I
on
could
his
just look
bent
like a
cap.
complete nutter.
Oh, that visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting criminals. Bang, bang!
Keep
And
it away.
all for a mere 6 real.
Street vendor makes us bang bang sound.
Hey, at least it might actually offer some protection against the sun. Not like those cheap plastic shades.
Damn, firefight something we should be prepared for.
I hope not.
He says, looking up his browser.
You don't like it? Sure, Square Joe. No problem. Let's get you some real shades.
Give me those shades.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
It's going to be very difficult for anyone to take you seriously with these things on your face.
Like my mask. Like my mask. I gotta make some adjustments here.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
You're right. I'm 2 cents.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you. You should think this through, officer.
Let's continue. Helpline, the company controls the bridge. Hot rivers from the sewer. Sour, acidic, and strangely comforting. Why is it comforting? God, you're such a trash piece of walking trash. Roy's Pawn Shop. Fast cash for faster times. Heck yeah. Take that any day. Oh, excuse me. Whew. Water lockout. Water lock out of order until Wednesday, 7:15 a.m.
G'day to you, officers.
And a water lock.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
You know what caused this wreckage? Wait, the smashed billboard.
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Rivershoal. Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
You know what's further than the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it.
He thinks for a moment.
Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
All right, goodbye. Huh. That is curious.
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. 2 ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted. The sign billboard has fallen on the waterlock, keeping it open, and thus out of order.
Try to reconstruct what happened here.
Judging by the size of the impact and the parallel lines of
There we
burnt
go.
rubber, the cause was probably a motor vehicle. These look like the same tire tracks I saw earlier, in front of the whirling rags.
Look at the crate.
Side slip marks indicated that the vehicle was traveling up the crater at 35 kilometers an hour.
Not very fast. That's about 20 miles an hour. Roof of the shack.
The black marks on the roof indicate that the vehicle vaulted from the crater to the roof of the shack.
The sloping metal roof panel.
The panel served as a takeoff ramp.
The broken posts.
The vehicle soared through the air, hitting the billboard and upsetting the posts. Then it continued its flight, taking the billboard with it.
Yep, there's the angle to the sign.
The sign broke the vehicle's fall into the canal. The Samaran butter billboard still looks freshly painted, suggesting it took the plunge recently,
How recent?
within the past 72 hours.
Huh. If this happened 72 hours. That's 3 days.
Still speeding, the vehicle made a loop and vanished into the fog along the coast.
What was the model of this phantom vehicle?
There are two good candidates, the Caprice 40 and the Linear G22.
Let's check the Caprice.
It's about the right size, and the tire marks look like they came from the skinny tires frequently found on that motor carriage. The Caprice 40 is a very popular model, with bank clerks, topping pie delivery drivers, secondary school teachers, cops, strippers dressed as cops, undressed strippers.
Why the Linnea?
Very sturdy but light motor carriage. More likely than most to survive that jump. The Linear G22 is not a particularly popular model due to its peculiar proportions, which the manufacturer's design team probably thought about for too long.
What now?
You'd have to follow the tracks to be sure. The lieutenant looks on, waiting for you to wrap up your analysis.
Any theories about what happened here?
Like someone was in a real hurry.
What kind of car do you think it was?
Maybe it's a Linnea G22.
That's quite likely, from what I can tell.
No idea who it might.
Oh,
Actually, need some more evidence for the list.
we are not traffic cops. Should we get back to the murder?
I think with convincing explanation for the driver's actions. Yes.
Somewhere in the depths of your alcohol-addled soul, you find a few threads that you can weave into a story.
This could have only been Jacob or
The tip-top tourney champion?
after the untimely death of dear friend and fellow racer Alfie Delatraz at Fordhammer, Jacob was desperately chasing death on the racetrack, but death eluded him.
The lieutenant patiently listens to the words coming from your mouth.
After quitting in frustration, he became a reckless ghost driver, searching for death in the streets of Rivershell, speeding.
Jumping canals at night? If I was Jacob Irv, I wouldn't drive in Martinez. The roads are awful. In conclusion, it's a colorful theory, but I don't believe Jacob Irv did this. Should we go?
Second thought, maybe this doesn't really report.
Yes?
Damn. I blew it. Other conceptualizations.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
I'm not going to go play at that quite yet. Hey, trash bag. Bigless gloves, electrochemistry. Yeah, I probably should put those on just because these gloves I'm wearing right now are pretty goofy. But they are +1 interfacing. And drugs definitely aren't my thing. We'll see what the yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What kind of machine? Antique cash register? Mostly military wear. A few more eccentric fashions thrown in.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him
Tremendous.
is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hyondal burning. The antlers on the hood of the man's cloak and his piercing blue eyes are familiar.
Sniff a t-shirt.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
the deal with the man in this t-shirt?
It's the man from Hendal.
Walking away from his burning village. Yes.
I mean, who's the man from behind?
The man from Yelmdal is the hero of a series of popular books based on a fictional version of Kotla. Mostly what is nowadays Arda NFD.
Yeah, we already seen all those books.
In fact, most people don't think that man from Yelmdal ever really existed. But they are wrong.
Hendal isn't a real place.
Uh-oh, we're going some places.
Neither is the man a real man, of course. But both the man and Hjelmdal are an ontological necessity.
Oh, God!
But hey, it's not worth getting into an argument about.
At least he's better than Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson would argue about that.
Wow. What?
What do you mean the man from Heimdall?
I mean, even if the man from Hjelmdal didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
Okay.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated.
Okay.
All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect.
Oh, Equus, sorry, just my chat is updated. Yes, I will only apologize once for going in. No,
Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Hjelmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
It's for the best, because Eamdal is not a real place, and thus he could not have gone there. His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity. Interesting.
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
You should.
This is very strange. Let's see what this is.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
The gaze run over the whole street light.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
I don't have a living room. Where'd you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property.
He leads into the pub.
You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
How much for the street?
700 real.
Wow.
A bargain, I dare say.
$700 sounds about right. Imagine it wasn't easy sawing off that street lamp.
Hey, I don't know where it came from, but it's not every day you get to buy and sell something so extraordinary.
Okay. Nothing else I think of light. Ooh.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
So much of this game.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved.
Excellent.
Just make sure it works before you buy it.
I really want to know what this is, but could this device come in handy in my police work?
If police work means playing tapes, sure. You can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape.
Are you sure this is all in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
Stockkeep, the Stereo 8 approved machine here.
Is the Harman Welsh W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul, plays all reel-to-reel formats. 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
That is all. I'm gonna go to my... Yes. I promised a gun, that much is certain. That's why he became a cop. And here we are loading around with idle hands like some sorry ass loser. The You're supposed to be solving cases, but what? Talking to people? They get them to believe them to protect themselves, and them, savages for firearms. This isn't right. I think you need to think around this problem. You need to snap at your fingers. You need to snap your fingers at people as you do. What? What am I doing? Okay, so I can research and then forget them if they don't provide me with what I need. So let's go for it. Let's internalize those fingerprints.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
Think of a truly cool thing.
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found?
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
Who?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
Points at the captain figurine.
50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something.
I'm gonna
That
buy
part
it.
of the story has many interpretations. Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
Inspect the figurine.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers.
Man, they had last time.
I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
Let's give people hope. Even we can do it.
Maybe.
Like the knights on horseback.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Or
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
Wait, this looks like Renee, the old guy was playing petanque.
This is what the loyalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
Are these royalist soldiers?
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright colours indiscriminately.
That's a look. Flexibly says, God. Dark, the projector is whirling away. Let's just go talk to this dude.
If you don't mind, please put the flashlight away. Some of us have photonic sensitivities.
Photonic sensitivity is not generally acknowledged by the medical establishment.
Alright, sorry about that.
I do appreciate it.
Considering Homeboy is wearing sunglasses indoors, I'm gonna listen to him. He's just a weirdo.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
Man at the counter. Turns to you slowly.
What can I do for you?
Yeah.
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls.
Oh,
of
it's
the
like an
shop.
oil projector. Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately, RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
No. Quite the collection.
It keeps me entertained.
Attention is drawn once more to the play of light and shadow on the wall.
He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. Some kind of drug, maybe.
Voice by Sister Strange. Odd brain activity. Composure noticed psychedelics.
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Parolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
Parolidon, what's
A
that?
drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
So where does a man get Parolidon?
How would I know?
You take a step back. Chill out, man. Just a chill out. I'm a chill out cop. Want some of what you're having.
Parolidon is just something since the People's Power disaster,
Yeah.
I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. Had to take it for radiation sickness.
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
People's pile.
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you too.
The People's Pile was a Type U particle decay generator that failed immediately after entering service, releasing radioactive waste into River Esperance.
What is it?
A primitive nuclear reactor, also called a pile.
Thought so. I was a couple of people.
Construction began during the Commune of Revachol. The people continued work on it after the Commune fell. They wanted a cheap source of energy for Revachol West. Needless to say, things didn't work out.
Why did it fail?
An emergency valve defect resulted in steam pressure blowing the turbine, taking the fuel containment vessel up in the explosion. Both the faulty design and lack of finances contributed to the catastrophe.
Tell me more of this emergency relief brigade.
We were an all
On the patch,
sorry.
gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
Voice of the white triangle is orange state. You're all volunteer force, self-organized, trying to help the fire brigade contain the spill. The patch of gamma radiation line across the
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
Must have been tough for you to clean up.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment, and early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault was the generator?
No one's. Everyone's.
He sighs and shakes.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
How did you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, We just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but
You shrug. Thank you for telling me.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
What do you think about the traffic menace on the loose?
Traffic? I'm sorry, officer, but I don't drive.
But you didn't hear it when the traffic menace drove over your roof?
Now that I think about it, I do remember hearing a thunderous noise the other night. Some kind of powerful electric vortex hitting the shop
There.
and then moving on.
That sure narrows down our list of suspects.
Vortex. Sounds fascinating.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. I didn't really know what to make of it, but I know it meant something.
Might be able to hate or investigate.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Thank you. You know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone.
Good point.
He doesn't know anything.
Actually, that's all I got.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
There's something I'd like to sell.
Let me have a look.
Access my pocket.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
$11. Wow. Thanks. Don't have anything to sell.
Another time, perhaps.
I have other business to take care of now. Having some reading issues because I am brain dead.
The boombox's weight on the shelf.
Too many punches to the head. There we go. Okay, well, we're making some progress here. That's good. We put together that. Talk to you yet.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
Man, butter.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
Keep listening.
From another planet. Hey there.
What's going on
What's
here?
the jam, my man?
Let's sprawl the lorries this week in Dutch.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it.
Oh, way spat out or taste. Beautiful. What's the
It's
jam?
a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days.
Limbo,
Upon
huh?
days.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
How long you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly sorry, but I can roll.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
Anything about the dead man? The one hanging in the hostel there?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with what then?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
And your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Good enough point. And what about
It's
the
like,
strike?
whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Nothing you demand.
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
You guys should go on strike.
Maybe you should. Cops don't get paid much and the hours are long. Plus, you can get shot. Why not?
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother.
I know my mother. If I go strike against her too, am I right?
Okay, but do continue. You were asking about the strike?
What kind of space betrays like that? Anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
Passes down the road to the horizon. Something.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
Ooh. What are you hauling anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Now what are you actually hauling?
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
Machine has
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands.
Caillou.
This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6.
That phone A6 you got there.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
I get one of those stolen tracksuits you're hauling.
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise.
I understand.
The bosses won't be happy.
Right.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Good for now. Good talk.
Don't be a stranger.
Hopefully it's a good bad one. Hey, I can spend some points. Forgot. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's figure out what we next want to do. My encyclopedia is gigantic. What is my feeling? What is my there we go. I am pure.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Who is this?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane." As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece.
What indentation? What do I see?
Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is.
Bang.
A bullet? Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Lieutenant, someone has shot the king.
Okay, I can't see it, but I take your word for it.
What do you think?
Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke?
political.
Target practice?
It is a
or
king.
greed? Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them, sometimes at kings.
The king stands high above you, surveying the bay,
It's
mute and indifferent to your
11,
sightings.
97% of us. But the king.
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
What way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasure?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices.
Krugerrands. Yes, that's a reference to the South African Krugerrands. Also, a reference to, I don't know if it is directly, but there was a mayor of Detroit who was embezzling money from the city and had that money stored in South African gold Krugerrands that the police or the FBI happened to find when they were poking around in the drop ceiling of the mayoral office.
He called it the Sol Auron. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
Wait, really? No way that's true.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
But what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry, he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
This is a lot to process.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
Okay, I want to find out more about the cocaine.
Cocaine.
He's addicted to nose candy. A bloated jerky.
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later. Right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
Not by me.
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
What happened to that?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
Who restored the
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
Who are you punching at?
The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
That's such a bad.
People in Martinez tend to agree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either.
Well, that was balls out nuts. Need some change. White tank top. Yep, that's the way to do it. Desert boy instrument. Ruins full of snow. No one lives here anymore. Oh, the art is so good. Love all the brushes. Let's talk.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to ask a question.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Snap your fingers in front of her face.
No response.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
Okay, good enough.
Yes?
I mean, she probably doesn't know anything about the case, but she'll know about other things. Or-
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
In the window.
The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. Fumes of heavy fuel oil waft over you, making your eyes sting. The odor mixes with cigarette residue.
What kind of stickers are these?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia.
Uh-huh.
Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy rays. It is the seal of Royalist era Revachol.
What the heck?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eamdal in the Lost City of the Pygmies.
Once again, Pulp Conan. Might be something larger.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn. A book with
racist nationalist paraphernalia. Likely, yes.
There he is, in front of Rita.
Let's go smoke him. I am maybe you can tell me.
Looking for something odd?
I'm gonna go back inside. Is this the bar? No. This is food. Fries. Fries? Yeah, no, it's flowers?
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. Your bottles clunk into the machine.
Go. Oh, County Pops.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo. Their logo is the bloodless rose, pure white, untouched by harm.
Man, I'm glad I went encyclopedia.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma. I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed is a nasal spray. Duramine is a really good painkiller. Magnesium is a dietary supplement. Hypnogamma is... I don't really know what Hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising. Uh-huh.
No, starting back to back. What's Saint Baptiste?
Saint Baptiste. You know, the pharmaceuticals company.
No, it's like the cat.
Saint Baptiste Pharmaceuticals. The one that sells meds out of Saint Baptiste. That one. There.
She is right. Saint Baptiste, the company, derives its name from Saint Baptiste, the city. Itself so named because that's what it is. A rare case where that really is the full etymological history, as far as almost anyone knows, at least. Finger pistols, 9mm. Snap, snap, baby. Turns out guns aren't that much for protecting as they are for attacking people. If you want to protect people, really work for them, you have to whip out your signature dual 9mm Villiers finger pistols. Who needs real guns anyway? That conversation you just had? It would have gone better had you snapped those bad boys at them. Note, 9mm dual finger pistols do not count for an actual weapon in a gunfight.
Ah, that's worth taking. Takes always off. Empty hands give +1. That was definitely worth it. Let's empty our hands.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display.
What's that?
What is what? If you want to buy one, then it's only for...
Her attention is drawn to the raincoats. Stealing one undetected will now be more difficult.
That's fine.
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer. The bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes too glitter in their wrapping. It's like looking into a kind of heaven. Your knees are weak. There, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
Not a good place for a recovering addict.
Guess not, no.
There's the walls of goods behind it.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
Okay. Let's talk real quick, and this will probably end my
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
What magazine?
You mean this?
Looks like the cover boasting a colorful photo.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
Prove this very quickly.
She pops her raspberry-flavored bubblegum and nods, her shoulders tense. She shuffles back only slightly. Bewilderment and repulsion root her in place. The lieutenant frowns at you before turning to the clerk with an apologetic half-smile.
What is it?
I don't know. Frit?
Why is it written with 3
I
T's?
think they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't.
The story goes that normal Fritta with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken. So when Fritta Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
What do you think about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
You know the man who died?
Not really.
Not really. What does it mean you know him a little?
No. I didn't know him at all.
How long has it been?
I don't know, really long.
What do you think happened?
I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Tell us things about this reality we're in.
Reality? You mean, what reality? Economic reality, or...
She is like a student unexpectedly called upon by a teacher. Can she answer the classroom question?
Yeah, tell me what they like that.
I don't really know anything. I mean, I'm 15.
15 is an excellent time to learn about the economic reality.
Yeah, that's why I'm working my arse off in Frit. So I guess, like, that's economic.
There you go.
I don't know. What about it?
Where are we?
We're in Frit
I mean, a larger scale. Where are we on a large?
as mankind or as a nation?
What will her essay prompt be?
As
In a good place.
He rubs her face.
I mean, science is doing great, and this radio computer thing seems to be kind of big. I don't know.
What time is it?
I don't know. Look at the clock. It's right behind you on the wall.
The clock shows the time at 10:09. The hands seem to be still. It's apparent the clock doesn't work.
What is a revolution?
When ordinary people take over the government and demands democracy.
What about the one we had here in Riverdale?
Yeah, it happened like 50 years ago or so. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. At history, I mean.
Coalition. What's that? Someone told me there was.
Our government? Or do you mean something else? Sorry, I really need to finish this article.
I won't bother you with this nonsense.
Cool.
There we go. I have like $11. Okay. How do I keep going? 3 T's. Okay. So I'll set myself up. Do a little poke here.
Hello again, officer.
I'm gonna set myself up for next session. Going back in here, I might be able to talk to a few more people about what I've discovered. Don't quite know if the game works like that, but hey, kitchen's open. Look at that. This is smell the chemicals. From spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs. Well, you know what? Let's save. Save the game. This game just itches a certain part of my mind. Really enjoy it. But in any case, going into a Thanksgiving weekend here, gonna go. Game got me energized enough. I didn't think I'd be able to make it this long. In any case, everybody, please be safe. Stay healthy. Try to squeeze out some enjoyment in hellscape, not too different than this. And make good decisions. I'll see you all maybe Saturday, most likely. Thanks, Kat, for watching. Thanks, Equus, for the insight and the conversation. Everyone, have a nice one. Good night.